What's up, everybody? Eternal Possibilities here, back again to continue What If Asta was trained by Goku, part 26. Now, last time we left off, Asta and had just finished their match before the finals, with Asta's team defeating Finral's brother's team, Longris, who was going crazy, and yeah, and with beating Captain of the Blue Deer or Aqua Deers with his Spirit Dive, and yeah. And after that, it was them preparing for the final match, Asta and the Wizard King, and everyone was somewhat excited and can't wait to see them. See both teams go at it. So that's pretty much it for the recap. But before we get to the video, I'll say a few things. Sorry for the late upload. I've been somewhat busy and distracted, like always. So yeah. And I'm not going to do any other videos until I finish this What If. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get to the video, starting now. As we see both teams prepared and ready. Both teams and their crystals prepared and ready. As we see them and as we in the audience, well, the Wizard King and all the other participants, well, who lost, except a few of them, excluding a few of them, just watch in silence as the calm before the storm. That's when we turn to Asta's perspective and tells both Mimosa and cool mask guy, which I keep forgetting his name, who uses trap magic, to guard the crystal, while Asta takes care of and he tells Mushroom Guy and Noelle to guard the crystal. As we see both Asta and fly towards each other, straight at each other, with using his wind magic to fly and Asta just using his ki to fly. As they fly straight for each other at breakneck speed, Asta pulls out his Demon Slayer sword and swipes at while using the flat of the blade. Dodged it. Well, and also, before I continue, Asta's using his base form. If you remember when he went to Universe 7 with Goku, I got his potential unleashed from the old Kai, from Elder Kai. So he can somewhat turn his potential unleashed. It's more of a state. To me, it's more of a state of being than an actual transformation. That potential unleashed thing, yeah. He's pretty much at base Asta mode train, and he's somewhat equal to with using his different wind spells to try to hit Asta. Asta using the flat of the Demon Slayer sword to knock him right back at tries to do twice as much, which it somewhat overwhelms Asta. That's when Asta brings out his second sword, and his second sword, which is the Demon Dweller sword, and starts charging them up with ki, both of them, and then does a slashing motion, sending multiple anti-magic slashes right at Yuno's barrage of wind magic attacks, which cancels out his magic, destroying it. This somewhat surprises and he retreat, tries to get out of the way. After doing so, he says to us, Asta told, I mean, Asta tells if you want to stand a chance, you better enter into that spirit dive thing you used against the Aqua Deer's captain, which I forget his name. Somewhat a little irritated, but he knows that he needs to use it. That's when both Asta and stop their advances, while Asta puts away his demon dweller's sword back into his grimoire, and he focuses on his demon slayer sword. And fuses with pretty much absorbs what's her name? The wind spirit. Self, I think. I think her name was Self. Yeah. As he becomes one, but uses the spirit dive form. His quarter spirit dive, which it looks like he can only do it same amount, somewhat similar to Asta, and it is black form. And we see Asta using what looking like a somewhat tiny bit further version of the spirit of his Black Asta mode, or what we, the audience, know is his anti-magic devil form, with the anti-magic spreading a little further over his body, from his arm to his somewhat good portion of his face, somewhat similar to when Asa used that spell he used against the Word Soul Magic Devil. After they get done transforming, they both fly at each other, head-on collision, just Dragon Ball Z shit. The Dragon Ball Z type fighting, except Yuno's constantly long range, while Asa's blitzing, destroying each wind spirit projectile. This keeps on for about another 2 or 5 minutes, when both of them get ready to unleash them their strongest attack, with using his Spirit Storm spell, which looks like a giant green beam of magic. Asta gets ready to unleash his own ultimate technique, his own spin-off version of Goku's Kamehameha. He concentrates his he focuses concentration on his demon slayer sword, puts it behind his back, and it somewhat sticks to his back, keeping his black form activated. He gets into the position the same stance we all know and love, and starts charging a big blue ball into his hands, cuffing them, and then yells. But actually, before he yells the name, we see Yuno's attack about to hit Asta. That's when he smirks, and we see black lines covering bits and pieces of the ball of energy in his hands starts becoming black. Then he yells, "Black Kamehameha!" You see a huge blue beam of light heading towards the spirit dive, pushing it back with waves of black energy, which is waves of anti-magic mixed in with his ki, flowing into the Kamehameha, pushing Yuno's spirit storm back without no trouble. Before it hits Yuno, Asta redirects the attack upward, and then uses instant transmission to teleport behind Yuno and chop him on the back of the neck. Knock him out. He uses instant transmission again and takes out, says sorry to Noel and Mushroom Guy, and destroys the crystal with his anti-magic, with his right anti-magic covered arm, and just punches it. And with that, the Wizard King announces the winner of this match, Asta's team, which everyone is amazed on how much power Asta has shown in all the abilities, both the Wizard King and the Clover King, which the Clover King thinks, what the hell is this commoner? And I wanted to execute him? And with the Wizard King thinking he is the student of Goku and he's a monster. Of course, Asta will become a monster. He's somewhat sweating, but also smiling with excitement. And that's gonna be it for the video, guys. So yeah, hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And for an announcement, I was going to upload two new what ifs for this Thanksgiving, but I was so busy working on the script I forgot to contact my thumbnail guy, the guy who does all my thumbnails, to make the two new thumbnails for me. So yeah, there's not going to be any Thanksgiving special videos for me. Well, for y'all. Well, for me, you get what I mean. So yeah, tell me what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.